The Rite of Spring is probably the most sensational piece of music ever written from Stravinsky. As a choreographer, the Rite of Spring is my creation, in a sense. Just as the composer wrote the music, I interpreted that in dance terms.
Does this elbow by any chance in any way, the free arm, fit in between? So you're there, and can you unwind yourself? Like, you couldn't go that way with it, could you? No, the other way.
No way.
Now go in, like, fouette, inside.
Its basic concept is about ritual, is about the earth, is about preparing the soil, about primitive rituals with a very basic, simple people.
Sort of put this arm between, take your leg turned in, pull your hip in so it comes to a second, but bring this arm through to lead it. No, yeah, go inside that way. Now turn yourself in. Yeah.
So therefore, finding my own libretto and choreographing became an enormous challenge, primarily because I had to invent a society of people that would participate in this ritual.
We need an entrance walk, so I've been looking at something that I don't want to be geometric. So it has an up, down, up, down.
Well, I think it begins very early in one's life, where one has the natural ability to choreograph or to sing or to build buildings or to play a sport. And then certain challenges happen that you want to meet. Somebody wants to play for a major league, or someone wants to sing the lead in an opera, and a choreographer may want to do a Swan Lake. I always wanted to do the Rite of Spring. And so it's been in the back of my mind for many, many years. Eventually, ideas start coming to the front of your brain, and eventually you know that at a certain point in your career it's time to do this. And it really was done that way. I knew that it was time for me to do Stravinsky.
1, 2, and 1. From here, touch here. Like a 1 flutter, touch, and then continue. So that you're here, and you want to do and 1.
The early sessions were experimentation, really, to try and find, again, a movement quality that expressed a storyline that was a very earthy feeling, very undulating movement qualities. I tried to portray a group of women who have been sheltered their whole life and were going to be selected. This special group of women, one of them was going to be selected for the sacrifice. And so they, sort of like a harem or a group of Oriental women behind a brick wall who are taken care of and pampered their whole lives for this one event that takes place.
Stay very much released as you lower your heel.
So the movement quality had to be very fluid, very earthy, very subtle.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, there's where I get caught. I have to be on here. I don't know.
It's finding the right movement vocabulary and experimenting with that, trying certain ways of moving the group as a whole, balancing that with the power of the music and the story.
The shrouding. Let's just go over the counts. We'll drive with the music and we'll start again. You're off stage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Walk 7, 8, 9, 10. You're on the wrong foot. 7, 8, 9, 10. 11. And 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, 6, and 7, and 8, and 2, 3. 7, 8, and 9, and 10, 11, and go!
The power of the music, the power of the orchestration, the complexity of the music is really phenomenal. One doesn't really realize how complex and intricate and wonderful the music is until you analyze it note by note. And in having to choreograph the ballet, one has to do that analysis, and it was very, very challenging, I must say. 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'd say that at this point we're at a quarter of the piece being sketched. It's like a pencil sketch of 1/4 of a 40-minute piece. So 10 minutes is really sketched. It's I get very nervous. It's very, very complicated. Stravinsky's music is driving me pretty crazy. It's very challenging, it's very intricate, it's very powerful, and it demands so much of one's time and energy and concentration, and you just get into this race and realize that after a while I'm behind, or I've got to sprint now, and we're not at the sprint stage yet, but I think we're soon to get there.
Come on. I can't see what I'm doing. Jerry, could you bring me
the pods. We called them the pods, yes. At the beginning of the ballet, I have an earth figure, a woman who perhaps is the mother of us all, or Mother Nature, or Earth Mother, and she gives birth to a clan.
Still doesn't look human.
That doesn't look human? It looks Martian?
Italian Martian.
Italian Martian. I wanted a feeling of birth without experiencing it live, and we used these pieces of material so that the dancers could be hidden, and then the earth figure would then unwrap these, not unlike an umbilical cord, really.
Okay, from the beginning. Up. And pull. Pull. Go. Grab. Easy, point your toes. And go. Take your time going down, Ma.
At first we were trying to attach them to her. All of these pieces of fabric would have been attached to the woman. But then every time she ran around the stage, she got totally wrapped up, and that didn't work. We did a lot of experimentation with that too.
Stay there, just roll out of it, just roll out of it. Go. Point your toes. If you point your toe, it'll work. And lights fade to black. All right, good. Anita, that's coming beautifully. That's coming beautifully, yeah.